Welcome to Realty Talk, episode 47 with
Jordan,
Ellie,
and Galen. We are back. It's 2020. I've been pumped for 2020 for a long time. For many reasons.
20s.
Huh?
Because of the Roaring 20s.
Roaring 20s. My favorite book's Great Gatsby. So
strange.
So it fits.
But also not surprising.
But my other thing is 2020 is my 10th year in real estate. And 2020 also is just a cool number.
It's my 10th year in life.
In life? We were in a group the other day and Ellie sent me something and then I go, you were in high school, Ellie, 10 years ago.
I was.
And then we looked at her photos. Did you see my comment? That bottom right one?
Yeah, that's a rough one.
You really peaked young, Ellie.
It was thanks a lot. It was my Cheeto phase.
Cheeto phase?
Yeah, I bleached, my hair was like a little above shoulder length and I bleached it myself. I was an avid hair dyer. I've been every color under the rainbow, full head, including red and green at some point in high school. Didn't know that because I deleted all the pictures. It didn't look good, but that was my Cheeto phase because I tried to go blonde and I didn't know what purple dye was.
What's your natural hair color?
Dark brown.
Is it
That's
really?
what my roots are. Yeah.
Like your hair now?
Not the ends, but the roots. Dark brown.
Looks the same to me.
The ends are a little.
Weren't you?
lighter.
You were like really blonde when I first met you.
I was blonde for about 3 or 4 years.
I think if I meet somebody and their hair color is that's what I think their natural hair is.
Everyone thinks I was a natural blonde. I've had people argue.
Your eyebrows
no,
are
it's not. It's
brown?
naturally blonde. Like I think I would know. I've been with my hair.
Like my eyebrows are dark, but I've literally never colored my hair. It's this color. It's actually gotten darker as I've gotten older. It used to be a lot
It
blonder.
usually does.
Is
My
that
dad used to be white blonde, like platinum, and now his hair is the same color.
like
as
a
mine.
toe head and now, and that until I start getting gray.
I have gray.
No gray yet. My beard's still red. Grow my beard out too. We haven't done this in like 2 weeks, so I feel that nobody knows what's going on in our life. But Jordy, is that your natural hair color?
Mostly. There's blonde highlights in it, but yeah, for the most part it is.
That's good. So, before we get to our topics, Jordy, how were your holidays?
Good.
Fair?
Yeah.
We were both sick, but we made it through.
I mean, I basically missed Christmas, so.
I missed my birthday. Ellie, did you miss anything?
I missed almost all of December, but I wasn't sick for Christmas, so I have nothing to complain about.
Ellie wins. All right, so our topic today, considering it is January 2nd, so we got it as close to the new year as we could get it. I'm titling this New Year, Same Us. My pet peeve is New Year's resolutions. I hate them not because they're bad, I get it. Like if somebody follows it, that's cool. Like my thing is if you have a goal that you want to accomplish, don't wait till the first of the year to start it, just start it.
I agree.
So most of my goals that I'll take my going to the gym goal. That started like October something, like some random day in October. It literally was just like, I'm going today, and that started. And I didn't sit there and like, I'm gonna go in 3 months from now. Now, do I start like business goals for the year? Like effective yesterday as like tracking them? Yes. I mean, I established my goals at the end of last year, prepping because of the fiscal year for real estate, but my numbers actually get wiped away and started for the first. So I just do that more because that's how all the like accounting and all that stuff would work. But at like personal goals, no, I don't just restart. So that's why I put New Year, Same Us. Could be a better us, but it's not like I hate the New Year, New You thing. Like that's stupid.
I agree. Yeah.
Am I wrong on that?
No, I mean, I'll start a year with kind of goals. Like by the end of the year, I would like to have improved in this.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't wait until like, I'm going to wait January 1st, I'm going to start for real. Like,
Yeah.
If I have an interest in doing something or bettering myself, like it's a constant process. I'm continuously working on things that I want to get better on. No, I have goals that I have, by the end of the year, I'd like to see this happen or see that happen, but I don't start working on them on the first.
What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, I agree. I think like you said, going to the gym, I just started in December, but I wasn't like, oh no, I'm gonna wait until January 1st and give myself 3 more weeks of doing nothing.
Yeah.
But I think like you can have things that you'd like to accomplish within the new year.
I agree.
That said though, not to like crap on people who do start on January 1st because there is a certain like, I imagine it's easier to get motivated for like January 1st, I'm fucking doing it. You know what I mean? I don't work that way, but I can see setting a date and being like, this is the goal. January 1st, I'm gonna start doing this and like listing it out. I can see like that absolutely works for some people. There's like nothing wrong with that. I don't like waiting to start something.
No, I agree. I mean, I came in here. Did you notice the whiteboard's completely bare?
Yes.
I don't like it.
Whoa. No, I had a whiteboard. I for some reason in December, as I was getting to December, got really overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. Not bad stuff, just there was too many distractions for me. So I'm really trying, like one of my goals, which I didn't start at January 1st, I literally started this last month, was I tried to simplify stuff, and I'm trying to do it the best I can. I love the system that I had, but the problem was when I put stuff up there, what happened was it was overflowing, so then it went to other lists, which the whole purpose was to get everything off those lists onto one board. Well, then I kind of looked at it as I have everything up there, but then I know there's other stuff in my emails and my notes and scrap pieces of paper on a notepad and all this stuff that I did not want to have in those locations. So I basically said I'm just going to take everything off that board. I typed them all up, they're on sheets of paper, and just like go rogue and just erase the whole thing. But I'm going to throw them in a box. And if you look way up there, there's a box that says projects to work on. Pretty much everything is going. I have some stuff in my book bag right now that are the things I kind of want to go through to work on now, like the essential things that are like the big ticket items that I want to do that are going to give us the biggest ROI. Everything else is going in that box because I can't do everything all at once. So I want to just like work through like, 5 kind of major goals and get them implemented, get them done, and then just go. And I mean, one at a time, but really have a very short list, and then try to get those all done by like the first quarter. And then, okay, it's like perfect. I just took out like 20 different items off that board just by doing those things, and then start going into the other stuff, which is actually going to should be in theory less ROI productive stuff, but I'll have more time to do it, and the bigger systems will be in place. So this will be kind of little supplements to the bigger projects. Mm-hmm. So that was, I guess, my cleanse of scattered stuff. So I'm trying to get better at that and trying to organize a lot of things going forward. So Jordy, we're going to start with you. What goals do you have for 2000? I'm not going to call them resolutions, but like goals are different than resolutions. So like, what's your goal for 2020? I know we went over a few of them, but you don't have to share them, but if there's stuff you don't mind sharing, go ahead.
Graduate college, hopefully.
Your parents will be happy about that, so good job.
Hopefully I don't fail any last minute classes. I said I wanted to join a club at Plattsburgh State, so I still have to find one.
Ultimate Frisbee.
Comic book club.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
Rude.
You were definitely in a comic book club, weren't you?
That was a thing. I don't even think that's a thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I guarantee you it's a thing. If it was a thing back when comic books weren't as cool as they are now, it's definitely a thing now.
I guarantee it's a thing.
It's a thing.
At Plattsburgh State.
It's probably not an official.
I was in it at Plattsburgh State.
It's probably not an official. Is it an official group, like a recognized group, or is it just a couple nerds in like a dorm room?
I think it was.
Is it just a bunch
It was a real group.
Is it a bunch of Ellies in the blue room just hanging out on the sofa?
It was a real group. There's also a hiking group that was a lot of fun.
There's also
like a peaks.
A zombie club.
Yeah, they're weird. You think comic books are weird? You think comic books are weird?
Relax.
They throw socks at each other. They have that at Potsdam, and sometimes they get caught between them, and it was not fun.
Why socks?
The socks are like bombs.
There you go.
You had to hit them with a sock.
Are they clean or are they dirty? If they're dirty, I could say gym socks.
Yeah, it depends.
That's weird. Okay, so Jordy's gonna join the zombie club. What else you gonna do?
Yeah. I wanted to start going to the gym more, so I got a gym membership.
And how often have you been going?
My goal is 3 times a week.
And how often have you been going?
Well, less.
Not that.
No,
okay, we'll work up to it. That's all right. It takes time. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Ellie?
My biggest thing, I guess biggest 2 things is I want to get more organized. This is really like trash person thing to admit, and it drives John insane. I have a box that has mail in it, and some of it's over a year old, and I'm sure some of it is bills. And like I have an amazing credit score, nothing's gone to collections, but I get stressed when I have a lot of stuff to do, and so I don't do it. That's how I deal with my stress. Is I'm just like, I'm just gonna shove it in the corner. So I have a box of mail.
Shove it up.
Shove it up your I have a box of mail, and that just needs to be gone through. And that's just kind of a metaphor for like a lot of little things in my life that just need to be done, but I've been putting it off because I'm very stressed by the stuff that I've been putting off, which is building more stress, which is making me put it off more. So I just want to become more organized, and I also want to work on my mechanisms for dealing with stress, because life is stressful, and while I consider myself a high functioning person and I do a lot of stuff, I do sometimes bite off too much and say I'm going to do too much, and then I get overwhelmed, and then I don't do any of it because I'm overwhelmed. So I just need to learn to deal with that stuff better and say no if I don't have to do something and I don't think I have time to do it, not feel like I have to, and just say no.
Like stressed out meaning too much to do.
Yeah, like if I have...
Not stress like a situational stress.
Situational stress I typically deal quite well with. Mm-hmm. I just if I have a lot of stuff to do and I'm a perfectionist, so it has to be done perfectly, I don't know where to start, and then I get overwhelmed, and then I don't do any of it because I'm just like, It's a really horrible mechanism, and it's...
The best...
Gotta work on it.
The best thing I've ever found for stress of getting stuff done, because this happens to me somewhat, well actually I shouldn't say somewhat, it does happen to me, is I try to do what I just did, because that was stressing me out, but not a bad stress, but yeah, just simplifying it down.
It's like loud stress, that's how it's like a lot of noise in your head.
Yeah, so what I really try to do, if that's the case, is strip it down to its basic, literally down to like one task. Mm-hmm. There's times where I'll come in here, not even here, I will go in the conference room, because the one thing I like about the conference room, and I will do this eventually when I get a big boy desk, because my desk is tiny.
It's a baby desk.
It really is pathetic. I gotta get a bigger one. But but what I'll do, like if I really want to get work done, it's honestly typically like a Sunday morning. Nobody's here, nobody's calling, emailing, texting. I will come here like early in the morning, like 6 a.m. and I'll go sit at the conference table. I will take whatever I want to work on and just put it on the table, and that's it. Like there's nothing else. I'm not going to come here. I don't have to look at stuff on the boards. I don't have to look at, our conference room is pretty bare.
Yeah, it is.
So I'll just, that's how I kind of like it, simplistic, and we can just sit at the table. If it's a notepad and some paperwork, whatever it is, it's the one thing I really just have to do. Mm-hmm. And I sit down, no distractions, and I do it. So then I'm not getting like that noise around me, like, whoa, like kind of like this bunch of squirrels or whatever.
It's
and
it's
like, yeah, it's like stuff on the board. Like, wait, am I missing? Like, I'm always one, like, what am I missing? So I'll like reread the list 10 times and be like, no, idiot, just do the one thing.
Well, I'll be doing it, and then I'll be like, oh, but I also have to do this, and then I don't want to forget that thing, so I start doing that thing, and then I have a bunch of half-finished projects, and yeah, so I want to be more organized in my life in general, and I also have been trying very hard to get back into the gym, because I used to be, all of my clothes are baggy on me now. I used to be a lot thicker, I guess, stronger.
Preach.
And I miss it, and it also sucks coming in here every Wednesday and feeling like, hey, I'm still going to the gym and counting my macros. So I gotta get on
hardcore, like.
You're so proud of yourself.
October,
I need to get that pride.
It's almost 3 months, and I bet you I've tracked every day but 5, probably in 3 months.
You've been killing it. I'm proud of you.
And I've been to the gym 5 days a week, probably 4 to 5 days a week, every week for probably 3 months.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so doing well. I feel much better.
Yeah.
And I've stretched almost every day, probably a week,
that's
like in total.
Equally important.
Yeah, I've been stretching a lot.
You've stretched a total of 7 days?
Nope, not stretch a total of 7 days.
Oh!
No, I stretch probably 6 days a week.
That's
7
awesome.
I shoot for, but like, there's like one day here or there I don't get to it, but.
No, that's super awesome.
Yeah, I stretch quite a bit now.
Old you thanks you for that.
I'm 30 now, by the way, so.
Old you.
New decade.
My dad can't touch his knees.
What?
Yeah, he's, okay, in his defense, he's also broken both of them.
Can't touch his knees?
He can't touch his knees.
Like standing, I'm assuming standing straight.
I'm standing up.
Yeah, like on his chair. Like.
No,
but-
no. Standing up though, he can't touch his knees.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he have like back problems?
Yeah, he's broken almost every bone in his body.
Wow. Okay.
But it's also largely because he doesn't stretch, and he lifts weights and he doesn't stretch, and that turns into someone who can't touch their knees.
I do it now because I just find that it's. I mean, I know I'm 30. I don't want to say like I'm old, but like as you get older, like I already can feel the effects of not warming up. Things aren't as loose as they used to be, and things are a little more like knees and hips and things are a little more like grindy as you like try to do motion. So I'm really big on stretching right now for those purposes, and I feel better.
Good.
Any other goals?
I mean, I have real estate goals. I had said I wanted to double my sales for this past year. But I think I'm not gonna give myself a numerical goal. I just want to do. I guess it is a numerical goal. I just want to do better than last year, no matter what it is. I want to do better than last year, and I want to be more organized with real estate too, because stuff just falls through the cracks sometimes. And part of it is I don't want to beat myself up because I know that I have other stuff going on and I have another job, but I want to be more organized with real estate because I don't want this to be my part-time job for the next 10 years. So I just want to focus more on building that, and whether it's with clients or not, just building that and building my connections in the community and stuff, and keep doing, because I think last year I definitely got out a lot more, and I feel very at home here, even though I haven't been here very long, so I really want to like drive that home this year and just get bigger in the community and get to know people and get to do more for the community. And I think that will help me in business, but also just, it's good to be a part of the community.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. My goals last year, I'm a pretty number driven person. I'm a mixture. I'm number driven because I like that there's a number to hit. Meaning it's not a subjective goal. Like I want it to be like a concrete goal, like a yes or no, you did it or didn't. Because I find that sometimes if I put a goal that does not have like a metric to follow, I can get into the effect of like, well, I think I did it, and maybe deep down that you actually didn't pull it off. And I've had a couple of those before where I'm like, you know what, that's not a very measurable goal. I want to have something that I can measure. So my goals every year are pretty lofty in the sense that I really challenge myself. And I think I typically try to grow my business 20% every year. And I've been doing that now for 4 or 5 years. I think the first year I did that, I grew 30%. The second year, I wanted 20% growth of that. I did 40%. Then I wanted 20% growth of that. I had another 30%. And then I wanted 20% growth of that, which this year I actually just hit my goal. I literally hit my goal 2 days before Christmas, so which is cool. I mean, I got my goal. But I always look at it like my goal being higher. Like if I just was to miss it, I still was better than last year because it's a 20% increase. So it's like, if I didn't make my goal, I would have grown by 18.5% or something. So it was very close, but there's just something good about hitting that number. So like on my board I have, and it's not by volume. We get paid off of volume, meaning the amount that's sold, but I really look at how many units I'm doing. Like that's more important to me. I have no control over the price range. Yes, I know people could argue, we could try to target higher people. Like I get it. Like brilliant idea, like nobody's ever, but it's the idea that it's very tough to do. I'm 30. A lot of my target, I say target market, but a lot of my friends, a lot of my sphere, those people, they're not buying the $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 homes as frequent as maybe agents that have been doing this for 30 years and in their 40s and 50s. I just hit 30, so I'm cool. Like I'm good. I will get to that level. And I'm already starting to deal with higher priced homes, which is nice, and a lot of that just comes from merit, not necessarily my age. But as I grow older, those will now come more frequent because my friends will be in a position now they own those homes versus my friends that are just starting out buying their starter home, which is cool. So I never look at the volume. My dollar amount or my units this year, this is probably going to be my last year where I think I'm going to have a unit goal that's substantially higher than it was the year before. Meaning I'm getting to the point at the company that I know I'm going to have to take a step back from the production aspect of myself day to day to focus more on the company. And I'm about a year away from doing that. My goal this year is 69 units. That actually was 20% from last year.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. But that is my goal for this coming year, 2020. I looked at the stats all the way back to 2011 when I started. I have not seen an agent hit that number ever in 10 years.
69?
69. The highest I actually saw was 67, which is freaking impressive. That? Tina Covey, which was impressive. So, and she's such a baller.
Phenomenal,
yeah, she's such a baller. So, she was one of. We tied this year in units, me and her, which I find I will take that because she has dominated the market. And unit wise, or volume wise, she was number 1 and I was number 3. but I was number 2 in units, tied with her. So I will take that on both of them. But which is cool. I mean, there's no surprise. My goal by year 10, I wanted to have number 1 in both units and volume. That's a goal I set out 10 years ago, and I'm a year away. And I'm pretty darn sure if I hit that number, I'll have both of them.
Number 1 by next year?
By next year. By the end of my 10th year.
Is Tina gonna retire?
I don't want
I'm
her.
just kidding.
No, this is oddly the way I am. I don't want I don't want her to retire. Because I want to be able to say I'm number 1 with like some like high end.
Hard
Oh yeah, I don't want it easy. Like I want it tough. Like I really want it. Like I hope she gets 68, and I can. No, I mean realistically, I'm big on. I don't really care what other agents do. Yes, I'm aware of what agents do. I'm not like naive. I see the stats. I see like I know exactly where every agent in the county or the county, but the board. I mean, there's obviously we do some stuff out of the county. Where everybody stands. So I mean, there's not like I know how much production you do.
Yeah.
I literally look at them in the like beginning of the month and toss them. I'm like, okay, cool, and toss them. Like I'm not influenced by other people on the outside, meaning like the way they do it. I'm just so focused on what I do, and for me, I've done pretty darn well. That's why I know at the end of my 10th year, if I can hit those numbers, which I really think I can do, even though it's really that's high, it'll be cool. So that's my numerical goal. My business goals. Even more as I want to grow the company. We did 19 mil and change this year for 159 units, which was about a 30% increase from last year, which is phenomenal for us. My goal this year is I want to have the office sell 200 units, which
that's doable.
Which is about a 25 to 30% increase as an office total. And then unit or dollar amount wise, I wanted to increase to 25 mil, which I believe we can all do. Our office is going to be big this year. It's going to be about triple the size as it was about 2 years ago. So I'm excited about that. But with that becomes a lot more responsibility on training and just everybody. People are at different levels. There's going to be very new people, and then you guys in year 2, and there's some people in year 3 and year 10, and so it's that is the next transition of how do I really establish some really good systems. I have good systems. I have pretty good systems for myself. I say they're very good, but I'm very critical.
They're very good for you.
They are, but they can be better. And I'm one where I'm always striving to get better. So like most people look at them like they're fine. I'm looking at them like I just know them so well that I can see the flaws that need to be changed. Yeah, they can be improved. And as a whole within the office, because this is definitely a new thing for me, is I'm really trying to do that for other agents so you guys can have basically easier for you guys to replicate. So I that's one of my big projects, and I'm kind of, it's an overwhelming thing because you look at it, but then I'm really excited to do it because once they start getting in place, like I can see the pieces of the puzzle coming together, and it'll be really, really cool. So, and that is my business goals. Personal goals, I mean, I don't really set a lot of personal goals. I mean, I do, those are personal goals, but I mean, like, go to the gym, stay active. I try to spend as much time as I can with my kids, weekends and evenings. So those are kind of my things.
Yeah.
Kind of break it down. That's how I break work all day, kids at night and weekends, family. Except Jordan. We get to see Jordan all the time. We're all so lucky. Anything else, Jordy? You haven't talked in 22 minutes.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Ellie, good?
Office quote.
Office quote. Jordy?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for this. Come back to me.
Who said it? Ellie.
Oh, I wasn't prepared either. I just knew we had to do one.
How do we not have an office quote ready? Like, we should really...
We need to plan ahead.
Like, have one, we just read it, and then just chuckle about it. Because then we end up sitting here just discussing episodes.
Oh, yeah, we do. We end up breaking it.
We're just like, oh my god, remember that line? And I butcher it, and then Ellie resays my line perfectly.
It'd be sure admirable. I got a Belschnickel pop punk figure from John for Christmas.
I saw that. I was almost going to get you that too.
It's okay, I could have one out of the box and one in the box.
There's another one I was going to get you too. There was 2, and then I decided not to get you that, which I probably should have, but then I went with the That's What She Said mug.
Which I drank coffee out of this morning in the past, 5 mornings.
I figured you'd get more use out of that than one of those pop socket top toys.
Yeah, we have an entire shelf of them. I have 4 Deadpools because people keep giving me Deadpools, but I already have 4 Deadpools.
Is that the comic book guy?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
one of my favorite anti-heroes.
Anti-heroes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have Clark Griswold and Eddie from Christmas Vacation. Those are the only 2 I have. Pull them out every year for Christmas. Office quote. Oh man.
My favorite part is when Galen giggles to himself and says something.
You know why? Because I just think of like a bunch of different things. I don't know which one it is there.
The OJ quote.
Which one?
The OJ quote. Or he's like,
O.J. Simpson or Orange Juice?
OJ Simpson.
Okay. Ooh, metallic.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And you remember that one? When he was like, you have to tell the media, because if you don't, then like the media will control you, and that's what happened to OJ.
Oh, yeah.
What was the one the other day? I was watching El Sabers here, which I hate Gabe. I hate Gabe with a passion.
I like him, he's funny.
I hate worst character.
He reminds me of my high school boyfriend.
Oh, that's too bad. Poor Gabe. Was the one where they're sitting there and she's like, well, I see you got so what's your job? You're co-managers. I'm like, yeah, so I'm on big picture and I'm on small picture. And this is Joe Bennett, right? And she goes, well, it sounds like you guys are doing half the job. I go, and I can barely do that. Like, I don't know why I laugh so hard at that one every time, but it's just like a stupid line, but it's great. So that was bad, whatever, we'll be better. It's 2020, we've got time to improve. Our New Year's resolution, better office quotes. Is that it? Anything else? Good. That's it. Okay, episode 47. See y'all next week.